evaluate these, what you're looking for, and what to expect. These are very simple bets. Of course, let's just get right into it now. First thing that you have is your Yankees to the money line. We're going to take you to the site so you can be able to see what these look like, and you'll be able to know how to find these when you're going to place your bet. Make sure that you remember, don't bet with an amount not comfortable with, okay? So you have your Yankees versus the money line, Yankees, Astros, Braves, and Red Sox, okay? This is very simple. Remember, the money line means the winner. You should already know that by now. We'll just be simply finding that. Your Yankees, you will add that. Your Yankees, Astros, and Braves, Yankees. Like I say, this will be a quick short video. Nothing too fancy on this one. I'm sure you guys have already seen the recent videos, so you don't really need too much information on how to place these and how to find these so in depth. Just gonna be going ahead and getting your cards ready for you guys. The last ones we are looking for is the Reds down there. That was all, remember, to the money lines, and those mean winner. So now you got a 4-bet parlay up here already that you're ready to set your wagers on. Now, this brings me back to saying, like I just said, I don't know how much you bet with. I don't know how much money you got, what the bank accounts be looking like. But, I recommend you try to keep your thing down to about 15% of the, 30-40%. Don't use it all. So I don't know how much you're going to use, but don't use it all. Yeah, but, and then when you place your wagers, they come out to a lot. For example, you betting almost $10,000, right? You're gonna be getting back about $23,000. Real easy. The different odds matter. So for example, watch this. I'll type in 1,300 here. Notice how these odds are a bit different. So the payout comes out just a bit different, even though we put in the same amount. The odds matter. I'm gonna put the same odds on all of these so you understand. The odds matter. Right? Let's put the odds on this one. We just put the same exact amount on all of them so you can be able to see what the different odds are and all those different numbers and stats compare and stuff like that. Just a quick tidbit there. Like I say, use an amount that you actually feel comfortable with. Like me, myself, I'm not going to put a whole 13,000 on there, man. Maybe put 3,000 on this one. I don't know. You feel comfortable in that team. You don't got to do too much. And thing is, like when you are newer to sports betting, you know how it is. You newer something, you newer to investing, you newer to sports betting and all that stuff like that. You want to use a small amount just you can, test the waters and whatnot. I think that the minimum on most apps is probably like $5, $10, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong because check this out. Maybe if that's all you can do, I'm not one to judge the amount of money you use. Okay, we've all been there before. If you only use a $5, boom. Boom, like bring you back that. What are you gonna do? Then you're gonna be doubling up on that save some that you want to the side, and then you be doubling up on it as you continue trading, betting on, and so on and so forth. I'm so used to saying trading because I'll be trading in on the stocks and the cryptos and stuff like that. Now, speaking of those, we got people in the live trading classroom right now waiting for me to get back up in there. You can always meet us up in there as well. Under 7.5 total runs for the Pirates versus the Tigers. So Pirates versus the Tigers under 7.5 total. Remember, this is 6.5, so that's as close as you get, but that's how you read that one right there. Under 6.5, you'll be able to see the total there. That's how you match that one up. That's pretty much very, very simple right there. And then moving on down, you got Tariq Skubal over 0.5 earned runs with the Pirates versus the Tigers, and then we'll be coming into our WNBA bets. So we'll just move on to our WNBA bets now here with it's only two things down here. Kalia Cooper for over 14.5 points, and for the Phoenix Mercury to win. The WNBA always just comes out with like 2 or 3 alerts for that day. They make things a little bit more comfortable and less worrisome and stuff like that. I believe they said for the Phoenix to win, Phoenix Mercury to win, Phoenix Mercury to the winner. Boom, and then you got your singles out there. You got your singles. Notice the odds. Those are some big odds. What that say? 1,100. Let's go see what 1,300 said on there. Notice the difference on those odds. Right? Where 1,300 on here get you that. But 1,300 on here with these odds, get you that. Understand the different odds make a bit of a difference, yes? So then we got to pick our more wagers. Okay. Player props. For Kalia Cooper over 14.5 points. We're looking for Kalia Cooper over 14.5 points. Well, you got all that set up just like that. And as you can see, it's not so hard and so now you can see it's not so hard and so scary. It's easy to read them. As I was just able to just run through all of those real fast. Don't get me wrong. You get more used to reading them. At first, it's probably a bit of a struggle, but Like I kind of just showed you how to read and how to understand all of them, and I do in every single video too. So just make sure you stay tuned in. And then down here for our prize picks, I'm not gonna take you over to the website because I don't want to waste no time trying to log in there. And you know what KS is now? It's strikeouts. If you're going for these, you'll be looking for your T Scooby over 8 strikeouts, under 8 strikeouts, for C Sale over 5 strikeouts, and Castillo for over 4.5 strikeouts. Like I said, if I could take you to the site, but it's gonna take me a minute to load this up. Then I'm gonna have to log in and then let that load up and all the stuff like that. So I don't wanna. Am I already logged in? Okay, maybe cool, cool. Okay, here. Pitcher strikeouts. Well, we already see Luis Costello right here. Pretty much just add on that. You know, we see Tariq Scubu right there. I'm glad I just remembered that name real quick, so I ain't got to click back. I don't remember the other dude name, so I am going to have to click back to remember. C. Sale at over 5.5. C. Sale at over 5.5. If I do remember correctly, we did as well recently just go in for some C. Sale sports bets just not too long ago as well. As you know, these do come out every single day. So make sure you're always up to date with them and seeing them on time. Not to mean to rush through this video and stuff like that. I have recognized that individuals like and enjoy slower, I mean a shorter video. So I'm gonna try to keep these down to about 2-3 minutes if I can. So we'll just be running through the information. I'll just be showing you the alerts rather than getting into all the stats and whatnot. But nonetheless, though, I would like if one of you sports bettors out there would drop in the comments down and tell me how I can rate our sports betting channel. Should I add in this? Should I add in that? Would you like to see this? Should I be showing that? Only you, the viewer, would know what the viewer would like to see the best. So please let me know so I can upgrade